I hope
after some minor technical difficulties.
Yeah. We're all rolled in again.
Is YouTube doing okay? Let's see.
I mean, as far as I can tell, everything should be live. It said live the whole
Cool.
time. I don't know what the fuck's going on.
We need an audio engineer. Do we have the budget?
No.
No.
Absolutely no budget.
This is sponsored by us.
Sponsored
We
by
do this for
water.
Okay, yeah, you're all good to go on YouTube. Sweet.
Is your throat dry? Do you need to survive? Well, try water.
Need some bot
Zero
commands.
calories.
Sounds like something from Night. The eyeball. The watching.
Clear
the
Eyes.
desert.
Clear Eyes. Yeah.
Clear Eyes is
It's a
awesome.
podcast. Night.
This is the podcast?
Night Fails.
Oh, welcome to the Night Vale. I love that.
Yeah, there we go. Welcome to Night Vale. Yeah, there we go.
That's like one of the best compliments you can give me. I love that fucking podcast.
I'm so behind. I do want to catch up at some point. Anyway, back to D&D.
Me too.
So,
D&D.
top of the round, Lilar, what were you doing?
Yes, so I'm gonna just kind of peek around the corner, and I'm going to kind of clap my hands together, and a 10-foot radius sphere is going to appear kind of on the creature, but not on Erebon and Ragnar. It's like a little bit closer towards
Well,
me.
you
but I
can't
wanna
see
make sure-
them, so...
Yeah.
Well, I know they're
This
on the
thing's-
other side of it, so I want to make
Somewhere.
sure that it's closer to me. And the creature will have to make a con save.
So you just want the tip of it to be hitting the creature.
Oh my.
Yeah. We'll say maybe like
Just a tip.
yeah, or like half of it hitting the creature.
I don't know where my black marker went. Let's do the purple.
I don't think you have to draw anything for it. I don't think it's a concentrate.
Oh.
No, it's a one-time thing.
Okie doke.
Is that a kitty?
Yes,
And-
there
I
is.
didn't know you had a cat. Oh, it's so cute.
Alright, what does it do?
So it has to make a con save and a the creature made of stone, crystal, or metal has disadvantage. It's an inorganic material.
Oh shit.
But there's a loud ringing noise, kind of like a big crash of like lightning explosion coming out from the center of that. It's a 10-foot radius sphere. And he has to make his con save, which hopefully he fails. And
Ooh.
if he fails, he'll take 27, otherwise half damage. Thunder damage. DC 18.
17 fails.
All right, so 27
Nice.
thunder damage.
Alright.
Nice. This is going to be so fucking loud.
Yeah,
I just
What was
realized
the spell
on
name
the,
again?
on the Twitch stream,
it would shatter.
Brent, your head is cut off. And
No.
I'm not on there at all.
Shatter?
Just because it's
Son of a biscuit. Just off.
It was Mike's earlier.
yeah, based on the angle right now, it's like I'm watching it right here on my tablet. I see Brent's
Just
head's
like-
cut off, and
So
I'm
scooch down here.
I'm not. You can't see me, so it's like yes, you can't see me at
How
all.
about now? Good now?
There it is.
Yes, there.
Alright.
Ah,
Anything
perfect.
else from you, Lila?
This is so uncomfortable.
I'm gonna cover my ears because it's loud.
All right.
I love this spell.
The thunder reverberates through the cavern in both directions, and even back to the dwarves who have. You're not sure what they're doing now, but I'm sure they heard that.
And I wouldn't give any warning to anyone. I would have just like clapped my hands and then gone like that to cover my ears.
Everyone is
See him covering his ears, cover
partially
my ears,
deafened.
even though I don't know why.
What's happening?
Erebon, what is it? What is it doing, Erebon?
Nobody's
It's making a
actually
loud
deafened.
roar.
But you feel deafened.
It's like slight ringing in the ear. Like, the hells?
Mom,
Here.
mom, 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 mom.
Nice.
Exactly.
All
Or
right. Cayman,
Me and
you're up
Erebon
next.
probably think it's coming from the creature.
Yeah.
Whose turn?
Cayman.
Who?
Cayman.
Cayman.
Oh. All right. If Lilar's good, what I'm going to do, I can see the creature from where I'm at, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Just
So I'm going to cast a
barely.
spell to 30 foot. So it's a 30-foot radius, and it's going to be there for a while. I don't know. Lilar, yours is staying there, or is it just is it con or concentration?
No, it's not. It's gone.
You're muted.
One time.
Okay, so mine's going to be a 30-foot radius.
Okay.
I want to cast it near the back of it. Near the back of it. So I want the edge of the spell to hit it, of course, but I don't want it to trail over and hit my friends, if at all possible. Although it's okay if
you're
it
not
has
sure
to.
are over there
But
because you haven't seen them over there. You just are assuming they're
That's
still
true.
back there.
yes.
And also, you don't know that the creature's been pushed all the way back up in their faces.
It's like, this is a terrible spot to be in.
What was it?
I
30
mean,
feet?
yeah. Yeah, 30-foot radius.
What is it?
What element is it?
Green.
Is it not like a giant meat shield?
No. Sorry. Radiant.
Radiant.
Oh, nice. God, I hope that's doing extra damage. I don't know who it is, but I hope it is.
Oh god, I think I know what spell he cast.
It's a fun spell. Not
Oh,
if I
you
hit
don't?
Ragnar with it, but no.
Oh, wait. What? Oh, no.
This is one that you
Is
might
this-
not know. It's a newer spell.
Sickening
Oh, okay.
radiance.
It is Sickening Radiance. You're right.
Oh. Yeah, I'm not familiar
But a
with that one.
30-foot radius hit us. Because that's
Alright.
okay if it does.
It shouldn't.
Whew. Just right against that corner.
Yeah, I mean, if you make
Yeah.
this spot for whatever arbitrary reason to make that the center of it, then it would just barely skim in front of everyone.
Like, what is happening?
Just because I know we might have to go into that for any reason, I'm going to cast it as a careful spell. Which means I can choose any number of creatures up to my charisma to automatically... so it's a con save that's going to happen. Me, Lilar, Norman, Horvald, and the Owl are all going to automatically save against it.
Who is saving again? The owl?
Me, Lilar, yeah.
Ah, you
My
included me.
handwriting's so goddamn nice. Horvald and Norman. Look at that. He's doing that on camera. Look how nice it is.
Yeah, it's pretty.
I wrote they wouldn't be able to see it.
Is that Elvish?
No.
I know, right?
It
So fancy.
looks pretty.
Look, he's doing something with the pen. He knows what he's doing.
Oh my god. It doesn't actually look that good. Looks
Oh, right,
Shut
well,
up.
from here,
I disagree.
zoom in on this. Let's see. Oh,
It's because
this
you don't
looking
think it
pretty
looks good doesn't mean it doesn't look good.
This
Okay.
thing looks pretty good. Anyway,
Horval, Cayman, Lilar,
distracted by your
Yell,
penmanship.
And Norman, if
Norman.
that's not on there. I can do 5, so I would do those 5.
Excellent.
Nice.
Okay.
So
And what does this
anyone
thing
that it is a dim greenish light spreads, kind of it looks sick, like radiation. The light spreads around all corners. It lasts until the spell ends. Constitution saving throw. Let me know if
21.
it passes or not. Oh, yeah, 18. Ah, damn it. All right, so it doesn't take the damage, but it is going to have to roll it each turn. And then this also happens no matter what. It's going to suffer... Oh, wait, I don't know. Yeah, it suffers 1 level of exhaustion,
Damn.
which... Oh,
That's
I had
pretty
it up.
awesome.
So does disadvantage on ability checks. It's not great, actually, for the first level exhaustion, but, I mean, it is what it is.
Yeah.
It also emits a light in 5 feet, so it's now glowing.
I mean, it'll just take disadvantage now on the Spirit Guardians. Not that Kima knows that, but
Oh, you didn't know that.
right.
Also, Bob forgot that. So... Wait, no,
So-
that's
Even
a
if it
saving throw,
succeeds-
isn't it?
Even if it succeeds.
Yeah, saving throws are not ability checks.
Oh, that's right.
And,
Ability checks. I don't know.
and
why.
if
Sorry.
if the worm succeeded on its saving throw, it doesn't suffer that exhaustion yet.
I was gonna say.
Oh, you're right. Oh, yeah, and it suffers. Yeah, you're right. But if it fails...
All right. So nothing happens if it succeeds. The area.
Although there
now
is glowing
with
light
that
everywhere.
gross radiation-y green light. Anything else from you, Cayman?
Yes. Norman, I'm going to turn to you and go, hey, Norman friend, you got this. And give you a bardic inspiration dice. So you have a d6 if you ever need it. And that'll be my turn.
Horval.
Can I hellish rebuke his? Oh, I'm just kidding.
What the fuck?
Horvald will just, double move again and get closer to the group.
You can
Yes.
see Cayman. And Norman.
And maybe the back of my owl, so.
Yeah, maybe.
I think that's going to be it.
All right. Erevan.
You guys see a sweaty, oily ball of a dwarf panting, running his way, trying to catch up to you guys.
Shoot it.
All right. So, so everyone started very confused and probably even more horrified after a loud noise, and then now all of a sudden this thing is glowing in front of us. Like, what the hell is going on? Anyways, he's gonna put his hand out and touch Ragnar. As he's gonna touch him, he says, "May Torm guide you back to the material plane." His hand will glow a deep purple, and it'll touch Ragnar, casting Death Ward onto him. So if Ragnar hits 0 points, the result of taking damage, he drops down to 1 instead.
Nice.
And his duration is for 8 hours. So within the next 8 hours, if he drops down to 0, he goes to 1 instead.
You know
His
this
action.
kind of glowing now behind his natural eye color. It's not like the white part of his eyeballs is now tinted with like that strange dark purpley energy.
Nice. Alright, so as action, as a bonus action, he'll cast Healing Word. And
You can't do both of those on the same turn.
yes, I can. It's a bonus action. And Death Ward's an action.
Healing
He
Word's
has
a
to do
cantrip or is it a first level spell?
Yeah.
It's a first level spell.
If you cast a spell with your bonus action, you cannot
It
do
has to be a
anything.
cantrip.
Yeah, it has to be a
You
cantrip.
can't cast any other spells other than a cantrip with your action.
I
Yeah.
cast. Okay, well, I use my action.
Right, no, that's how
For
the
Death
economy
Ward.
works. You can only cast 2 spells if one of them are a cantrip. That's how Sorcerer works too.
Well,
I mean, that's how
no.
everybody works, but that's how.
None of them's a cantrip. Death Ward's a 4th level spell.
Right. So
Right.
that's what
We-
we're
we
saying. You can't cast Healing Word because it's a level requirement spell. It's not a cantrip. It has to be a cantrip in order to cast a level spell and another spell in the same turn. It has to be a cantrip and a leveled spell.
Yeah, it's in the guide somewhere.
Okay.
It sucks for what you're doing, I know. Or else I'd be able to cast with Quicken Spell like 2 spells like 2 leveled spells a round. That would just be breaking everything.
I see. Alright, and carry on, I guess. That's all I can do for now.
All right. Next up, Ragnar.
All right. Let's kill this thing. Attacking.
Nah.
Show me what you got.
No, I'm not going to go reckless. That is 14 points of damage, 24 to hit.
Good hit, sir.
17 to hit. 17 hit.
No.
Nope. All right. Third
Damn.
attack. This is my bonus action for my third attack. 29 to hit for 16 points of damage.
Excellent. There are now several gashed wounds in the front of this creature.
Nice.
All seem to be oozing that same acidic, faintly glowing spittle. Ragnar and Erevan, the two of you notice that surrounding the worm and stopping just kind of in front of you is this weird, hazy, faintly glowing green, like mist, just kind of hanging in
Oh
the
boy.
air. You notice the creature, as it's breathing it in, it's like letting out strange. Oh, I guess it wouldn't be breathing; it's undead. Never mind.
What? What? What?
What?
Spoilers!
What?
Yeah, what?
I assume, but I don't want to say anything. Like, is this thing undead? Because just the way you described it when it first appeared, I'm like, oh my god, is this an undead worm? Anyway.
Alright, next up,
Oh,
if
man.
Ragnar is finished,
For Ragnar.
is the owl.
All right, my owl is a little bit shaken by that extremely loud shatter that was cast in front of it, but it will fly up to the edge of this spell and then back off about 5 feet because it looks confused as to what this greenish light is. So yeah, it'll back up like another hex, and then it will pack at the tools in its vest, and another scorching ray comes out. It's a little bit confused, so I'll have him roll at disadvantage because, like I said, he's very shaken up right now.
Alright.
Literally.
First one is a 17 to hit.
That's a miss.
Second one's a 21 to hit.
Hit.
And the third one is a 20 to hit.
Hit.
That's going to be 15 total fire damage on those 2 hits.
Okie doke.
And 2 natural 20s were wasted.
Oh,
Damn.
Oh,
Damn.
man.
and does your owl have any inspiration? Keep forgetting about that.
But the owl looks like he's going to try to shake off the effects of nearly being deafened with his precious hearing. And that's going to be the end of his turn.
What an owl. Alright, now it's the worm's turn.
Right. Alright, it's gonna.
So he has to
roll.
make 2 saves.
Yep.
So first up is
I don't know
the
who you wanna do
wisdom
first.
save, which
Nay,
is another
wisdom.
fail.
By the way, my owl did not make a very good constitution save, so he's still shaken up.
So he'll take
Oh.
22 radiant damage from Erevan's Spirit Guardians.
22. The giant creature sort of, its head comes back and it looks like it's about to make another strike against
Oh, shit.
Ragnar, who's been slashing it up from the front. And as it goes and like its neck arches, kind of like a snake, before it, strikes forward with its mouth.
Nice.
It doesn't make it to the strike part, and instead just slumps to the ground. This big basilisk-sized snake creature just kind of wound up in a pile on the floor, blocking the passage, no longer moving. You notice the acid that's been inside of it is starting to pool near the bottom and spread a little bit. The rock and stone around it sizzling as it seeps into the ground.
Well, that was too close for comfort.
End of
I shoot it with a firebolt.
Ragnar. Think we could climb over this thing? Probably shouldn't bust through it.
I'm shooting it with a firebolt. I'm guessing I need a roll.
Oh.
I rolled bad. 3 plus 13 to hit the. I know it's dead in this life. I don't know it's dead in that life. So I roll at the thing on the ground.
Your firebolt strikes into the scales, but it just kind of like fizzles and is absorbed by the natural armor of the carapace.
What does it look like from the ass end?
All you're really seeing is like a couple of the coils, like the massive scaly coils of it.
Damn.
And
I'm
filling
gonna
up this tunnel like top to bottom. Like there's not really a squeeze space to climb over it. And part
Oh,
of it's
boy.
still
Alright, I'm
wedged in
gonna
the tunnel
keep on
behind
my
it
spell.
that it came through.
I'm concerned about the greenish mist that's still in front of me.
Yeah, I was just saying I'm gonna keep it up because I don't know.
I'm gonna
Norman's
hate
gonna
you,
go.
Bob. I'm gonna hate you because I'm probably gonna walk forward and I gotta make a check, mother.
Anyone there?
Oh, barbarians and exhaustion, they barely interact with each other.
I guess is the acid burning straight down, like at an alarming rate where it may create a pit that like
No.
we'll have to be able to get through? Okay.
No,
All
like
right,
it
Ragnar.
starts off at like a bright, glowing, yellowy green as it initially comes off from the creature, and then as it begins to sizzle and spread out and pool out around it, it loses its glowing quality and stops burning into the ground and just kind of like it makes a good indent into the ground around it, but it's not enough to like it's not making a tunnel or anything.
Okay.
Well, Ragnar goes up and starts hacking into it. He wants a trophy too, but I realize Ragnar's gonna have to make a con save here in a minute because he's gonna try to. I think he walks into the green mist. He goes into into it, hacking it.
Wait,
It
Ragnar.
is still right up in your faces, so you are just going to continue standing where you are and begin hacking
Yeah.
at the limp
Yeah.
form of the creature in front of you. As the acid spreads into you,
Yeah,
since
careful,
neither
careful.
of you have anywhere to move,
Careful.
roll dexterity saves with disadvantage.
Why, Ragnar? Why?
Ragnar cancels that out though since he's raging, right?
Yeah, I mean, because it's only been a round, so my rage hasn't ended yet. So it's basically a normal check for me.
Alrighty then. 20.
Oh, you rolled a natural 20. Oh, thank God you had advantage and disadvantage.
Let's see. 9 for Erevan.
Irvan takes
No, no.
13
Just
points
doing
of
some-
acid damage.
No. Concentration check.
Ragnar, with a natural 20, you will avoid it altogether. You're just kind of dancing around, using that space where Horvold was. Gives you a little bit more room to bounce around and
You mean
avoid the
Boggedy?
acid. Boggedy, yeah. Move around a little bit, avoid the acid.
Concentration. Cool. So he beats concentration check either way. So it maintains spirit guardians. Oh boy. Okay, Ragnar, stop. What are you doing?
On the other side, I don't know what the
There's
rest of us are
acid.
doing, but I'm continuing to attack and concentrate until someone convinces me the thing's dead. Which I don't know that it is. It looks the same.
Yeah.
After a little more, a few more rounds of Cayman shooting firebolts into the carcass, the 6 remaining dwarves begin coming up from the cavern behind you. You can hear their voices and their scuffling feet as they come through the corkscrew up to the group of you here. What's going on?
I don't know. I guess I kind of missed it, but I think we killed this worm up there.
It's dead? How do you know it's dead?
It's not moving, is it?
Doesn't seem to be moving.
It wasn't moving before.
Yeah, but it burst.
It's moving the same amount.
How powerful are those explosives you brought?
Oh God, no!
Oh god. And thus, this is where Erevan and Ragnar's and Balgudi's journey end.
They're very, very powerful.
Is it worth using some to clear out the worm?
Oh, for Christ's sake.
well,
Torm's sake.
At the risk of causing some of the tunnel to collapse around us, I'd say you would probably have a better bet. A little slower without Bougedy, but we can dig around it.
Norman kind of sulks a little bit. I mean, he doesn't make it obvious, but he's obviously disappointed.
Oh.
Is this worm for sure dead? Is it like this is known to everyone here? How do you guys know? I'm gonna make a survival check on the undead worm to see if it's dead.
I mean, meta-wise, we dealt like almost 200 damage, right? Just in a couple of turns.
Yeah. Yeah.
Listen,
I mean,
Demon doesn't know that this thing is dead.
257.
What evidence?
Nice.
It doesn't
What
seem to
evidence
be.
is there?
It doesn't seem to be moving or making any more noise.
But it wasn't before that much. It was just moving its coils. Like it could be eating our friends, is what I would say in character.
The blood is also pooling underneath it.
There's also no
Pretty sure.
It's made of.
sense of tremors or ground shaking as you did before.
Question for the DM. Passive perception 20 with Erevan. Can you hear like any like? I imagine probably not, or they'd be extremely muffled like noises coming from the other side of this thing, like of them like yelling at each other.
No, they're not. It doesn't sound like anybody's really yelling, and
Or I guess
they're
they're
still
talking. So
far enough away that I don't think you'd hear anything.
The only person
Okay.
hearing that's yelling is
normal.
Ragnar's like, yeah!
that's fair.
Well, if you guys are sure, I guess I'll make that motion and the light turns off, goes away.
Erevan, Ragnar, and Baugiri, you see as the strange, faintly glowing green mist kind of settles and then disappears.
I think
Ugh.
it's dead.
Oh, my
The
God.
mist is gone. Off the
Yeah, I think so. Baggity, yeah, you still alive in there?
All right, there is
How about
nowhere
you?
for you to dodge out of the way at this point of the acid.
Oh,
Going to take
why?
damage.
Why are you still hacking away at this thing?
I mean, it's still pooling, which is causing us the damage nonetheless anyway.
13 points of acid damage.
Do we
How
have
much?
any way of moving this worm?
Wait, how many points, Matt?
13.
13.
13? Damn. Okay.
The dwarves kind of look at each other like, we've got some rope. Maybe we could try and attach it with some pinions or something.
Did the Balgary respond to Erevan's question?
What'd you say?
Yes, if you
Yeah,
okay.
he shout out like, "You still alive? You okay?" Yeah, if he
You're-
didn't come out of that
yeah.
hole.
He's not gonna go walk into the acid, so he's just gonna stay in there. And he's like, "Hi, you doing all right? What's going on? It looks dead."
Yeah, it's pretty sure it's dead. Stop moving. So pretty sure it's dead. Maybe you can dig around to the other side of the tunnel. We can follow you, if possible. There's some acid pooling up over here.
Sure. Just give me a few minutes here.
Yeah, of course.
No, Horvald. They have rope, but I might have a rather inelegant solution that I think Lilar might be more of a fan of. Norman
What's that?
also. Well, we're all those of magical capabilities. Why not just shoot it until we make it through?
Would that be faster than digging around it? Norman asks the dwarves.
We're not sure, what your particular magical capacities are, but we can dig at a fairly reasonable rate.
Norman grabs Beaks and casts Eldritch Blast at the corpse.
I also cast Eldritch Blast at the corpse as soon as he does.
I feel like
God,
this is a bad
I'm
idea.
sorry.
Which is
I've already shot.
Why
I'm gonna
don't we
assume it
not
hit.
shoot and we'll instead kind of cover around the wall to prevent any splatter from getting on him.
Its natural armor is 18, so you have to roll still fairly well to actually do damage to
Yeah.
even the corpse.
Yeah.
Okay, I'm down.
Norman did it first, so he'll roll first. I'll roll after. What is it, a D10?
I mean, like, the best way to answer a question is just to do something, right? So,
That's what
Right.
I was thinking.
Boom, boom, boom.
Oh, it's
Oh my god.
Acid right
Jesus.
Oh, and add 5 to each of those damage rolls too. So 15, 6, 13, 29 damage.
Nice.
How are you doing that so fast? What are you typing in?
Cast Eldritch Blast, and then it's always the first one. But so like exclamation point cast. Yeah, there you go.
Oh, mine doesn't even give me an option. All right.
So you did 59
So-
damage the first round?
29 for me.
Oh, 29, okay.
Okay, so
Matt,
Huh.
does
I also
the
hit all
worm
3.
does the worm take up like the whole area of the passageway here?
Yeah, it crammed itself top to bottom, and part of it is still kind of wedged into the hole it initially made into this tunnel.
Okay.
I did 21 damage to it.
After Norman finishes casting, he just kind of looks back over at the
Not right.
like
11.
expecting.
11.
Sorry, 11. I'm so sorry. I did fucking. I'm stupid. I said it earlier.
Are you doing it again?
Horvald kind of shrugs his shoulders and casts a firebolt at it. It hits it, but it doesn't get through its natural armor.
Hmm.
It was only a 15 to hit.
So you
Yeah.
can see the spells are making an impact. The pieces of armor and the impact points kind of crack, and you hear the bones and the plate kind of cracking a bit underneath the pressure of the magical blasts, but it is still an impediment.
All right, now maybe we can climb on top of this thing. I can try and stone shape our way out. Don't know how big this thing is, so.
I mean, it's way bigger. I mean, Ragnar's looking to get a trophy from this thing too. So
Stop hacking at this thing, damn it! It's hurting us.
I mean,
Oh, don't worry. It's not like the other side is being broken in half.
I know.
We don't know that.
Yeah, I know.
If,
Ragnar will hack from this end.
if Horvald will ask the dwarves, like, how quickly can you make a little hole in front of that worm opposite the hole that it came out of?
The two diggers, the pickaxe wielding ones, kind of look to each other and like look over towards the wall. I don't know. We can probably go at a fairly steady rate.
If you give me enough room to squeeze in between the worm and the wall, I can use Thunderwave to push it back into the hole, maybe.
Sure, we can get to work on that. It's gonna be tough. It looks like working around the worm though, because it's a bit acidy.
I know.
It's so sad.
Why don't we make it a race?
I was gonna. Norman, that's exactly what I was just thinking, and I'll cast Eldritch Blast as soon as I can. I was literally just about to say that.
Erevan and Ragnar, you can hear in the little nook where Baugadi is at. You hear him start to breathe hard. You can hear him like smacking his gauntlets together as he goes into his tunneling rage. and there's a couple knocks on the stone as he kind of warms himself up a bit, and then you hear him start tunneling in some direction.
All right.
Watch for
I
a
think
few
that's
moments.
our.
He starts heading this way.
I think that's our hopefully soon to be exit.
Horvold also cast another wholly ineffectual firebolt at the worm.
Yeah.
So
Erevan
are we
will-
casting? I'll cast. Norman was.
I mean, you
4
already
days
said
for
you cast
casting.
Eldritch Blast.
All right. Erevan will go into that little nook. Just kind of keep his shield to block any stray rocks that will come flying back. He's tired of getting hurt by this acid.
Let me know when to roll.
Alright, so for round 2 of magical attacks, what did we get?
Horvold did not do damage again.
It was 17 or 18 to hit.
18.
Hey, Matt, was I able to get any souvenirs, like any trophies off this creature?
Not doing great.
I mean, you can hack yourself off a piece of its like natural plate. If you want to try and carry around a gargantuan-sized head, you could maybe try to chop off its head.
Jesus.
But
Well, I know I can't carry the head, but like any like a plate or a tooth or anything like that would work.
everything on this
That's
is massive. You could maybe grab a tooth. It'd be the size of like a two-handed club.
okay.
Jeez.
I will
Sure.
take a tooth.
All right.
So maybe
And
like
Norman,
chop it
that's
down a
16.
bit. Turn it into a necklace.
I mean, Ragnar has a collection of souvenirs in the back of holding.
Yeah, that's true.
So Ragnar would try to take a tooth and maybe a plate if he can.
I mean, the plate would be massive. We're talking like
Yeah, the bag. It wouldn't fit in the bag then. Okay.
probably not.
The tooth could.
You could take a piece of the plate because you can hack it out with your magical greatsword, but
Yeah,
it'd
I'll
just be
take a
small
piece. Take a small piece
Well,
and then
then
the tooth.
how big a piece are you hacking off?
I mean, enough to.
Like a 2x4?
Let's do a 2x4.
Okay, you now have a 2x4's worth of purple worm undead armor scaling.
Like skin this thing and turn it into armor.
This is gonna take you a while to kind of hack the pieces off, line it up.
That's
You're gonna
fine.
be trampling around in acid, so you're gonna take some more damage. 10, 11, 12 points
Or
of acid
footsoles.
damage. 7, 8 more points of acid damage.
Jesus.
8, 12 more points of acid damage.
Norman did 19 more damage to the corpse, by the way.
We did 28 altogether.
Okay, cool.
Because I did
And what?
9.
And do a round 3. So you've got.
I would look
68.
over at Lilar and kind of gesture at the worm.
I feel like
Yeah.
Lilar's already working on his new castle, gathering
I-
stones.
Need shelter. You guys are creating a ruckus, and there's a lot of, well, the occasional lot of spatter from this thing.
And Ragnar are on the other side, right? We should probably get to them, and you're one of the best at this. So
Why don't you just dimension door over there, grab him, and come back? Both of them.
I can't do that spell anymore today, and I don't know how far it is. I don't even the cape does it. I don't even know how.
I was like, I keep stacking some rocks on my little castle, hoping maybe some of the scales from the worm are nearby because they're probably a lot nicer than the rocks I'm using. And I need to
I would cast it again.
So,
Whether or
Norman
not
can
Lilar
cast
does.
it, but
Uh,
Norman can
uh,
cast it, but he can only cast it once.
oh,
So that doesn't really help.
nah.
Ooh, you know what? I think Lilar can also only cast it once, so you can take Lilar over there, and then he can take you guys back. You can't save anybody, but you can go see him.
Hey guys, bye. Yeah, Ereval's
Nonetheless.
gonna follow Balgody if you didn't hear before. Trying to get away from the acid splashing from Ragnar's hacking.
All right. Bawidi's going isn't particularly fast, and without the help of the rest of his crew, it's even a little bit slower, and the tunnel he's smashing out is just littered with debris. You've got to kind of move that around, throw some of the bigger chunks like back out into the part of the passage where Ragnar's still hacking his trophies off of the worm. But you and
Ragnar.
Bawity make some decent progress.
Cool. Yeah, just keep it clear, I guess. All right, Ragnar, come help us, damn it.
1 second, gotta get trophy.
He's screaming in pain because his feet are coming off. Helping. I'm gonna cast Eldritch Blast. Try to shoot the thing.
Can we do 3 rounds of casting and then figure out our average damage per round and then see if that's faster than the digging? Or do we actually want to do the casting round every time?
Yeah, up to God, I guess.
Yeah, I'm asking God. That's why I'm not asking in character.
Round 3. Roll your
Okay.
attack.
Right.
I think that was an answer.
Cool.
Hey, that second one. Don't forget, you have the bardic inspiration.
Oh, true. I used inspiration on that second.
Yeah, it'll pass
yeah.
no matter what because it's a 1d6,
Yeah.
and you're 1 off. So
Cool.
After
12.
seeing these guys continue to use Eldritch Blast, Horvald hits it with a firebolt finally, but only deals 9 damage.
So we've done 21 so far.
Yeah.
The 2 dwarves have gone in about 5-10 feet. The other dwarves are there kind of helping clear the rubble and debris that they're causing with their pickaxes as they tunnel a bit into the surrounding wall stone. You're making pretty good dents. There's quite a few sections on the worm that are broken apart and open now.
Lilar, if you need more rocks for your castle, the dwarves here are making more rocks.
Perfect. And I would gather some of them to maybe add a second, like an east wing to the castle I'm building.
Is Bend Luck just like sorcery points? What lets you use it?
That's wild magic, isn't it?
Yes. Yes to both. The second one I only missed by 1. So
Alright, so this is round
I did
3 and you
17.
did 17.
Norman did 15 force, and Horval did however much fire.
9.
Are we making progress? How does it look?
No, we're 2d10. Yeah, I did
On the
9.
third round, there's a good like
Oh,
middling
3d10?
portion.
Jesus. Average 3 on each.
Man, it's all about the luck of the die.
Yeah.
If it's flammable, it
You're-
lights on
You're
fire.
muted, Chris.
Oh, also, like I missed the first 2 firebolts, which is